First off, I'd like to give all praises, glory, and honor to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem Rakakwadash. Double honors to those elders and apostles out there from Great Millstone who teach and rule well. A lot of respect to you brothers out there on the highways and byways preaching this truth around the four corners of the earth. And salutations to the hopeful elect that you guys may be sealed soon. And with that, this your brother Dawaba from the branch of GMS here in Chicago. Coming right back at you with a little lesson. Hey, and I'm just going to read like the three news articles I pulled up. They all different. But the thing is, this is just showing you the signs of the time and what's coming. There ain't going to be no love. People love is going to wax cold. People ain't going to give a damn about authority, and you seeing the fall of a few of these countries by these rebels, All this is prophesied in the scriptures, man, So the first article, I'm just going to read the article. I'm not going to sit up here and go through it too much. The title speaks for itself. 3 police officers stabbed in Texas. 18-year-old man faces attempted capital murder charges. And this happened, this was updated Thursday, December 5th, 2024 at 9:48 a.m. And this was 1 minute ago. Now I'm finna get the other one. It says New Yorkers celebrate assassination of United Healthcare CEO with shooters look-alike contest. I wear this everywhere. And you can just sit up here and see this for itself. It says it's by Patrick Riley. It was published December 7th, 2024 at 5:14 p.m. So here it is. People are celebrating the death of that CEO that got assassinated. I think he was walking to a party or something, or coming from somewhere. But either way it goes, people are literally celebrating this, man, because you got people now who are pissed off at all this money, all the greed that this world, and people just don't care no more, And like I said before, it's about to get worse. And then I'm finna just read this. This is The Guardian. It says Syria, Bashar al-Assad reported to have fled Syria as the rebels say they have captured Damascus. And as you see, the article is by Ruth Michelson. It's today, Sunday, 8th, December 2024, and it was at 12:36 this morning. So my thing is, are you looking all around the world and you seeing nothing but, and all this is against authority, against people who have money or power? You can see the buildup, and it's about to get much, much worse. So before I get one of the scriptures I want to sit up here and get, but we sit up here and see, man, that so much is going on around the world, man. So much, people are not caring no more. People don't have the same feelings that they used to have. Don't sit up here and just let things slide. You got 3 cops killed. You got the CEO killed. Now you got them taking over Syria and Damascus, the rebels. Hey, the world is going into chaos, man, and it's only going to get much, much worse. But with that, man, let me sit up here, and this just shows you the sign of the times and the end of the times. Salakia. Let me grab Matthew first. And that's where I want to go first. Matthew chapter 24. And it says, this Matthew chapter 24 and verse 3. And as he sat upon the Mount of Olives, the disciples came unto him privately, saying, Tell us when shall these things be, and what shall be the sign of thy coming, and of the end of the world? And Yahushua answered them and said unto them, Take no heed that no man deceive you. For many shall come in my name, saying, I am Yahushua Mashiach, and shall deceive many. You're going to have a lot of false prophets out there, deceiving a lot of people, lying to them about everything. And ye shall hear of wars and rumors of wars. See that ye be not troubled, for all these things must come to pass, but the end is not yet. But the end is not yet. And here it is, we seeing wars and rumors of wars. The Ukraine, the Russian, and now all of a sudden you got the Syria, Damascus thing with these rebels. You got Israel over there, with Palestine. All these things are happening, and it's not going to be too long before you have China and Taiwan, But these things are steps and steps, but they happen on a greater scale. People too busy looking at football and paying attention to what Travis Kelce and Taylor Swift doing and all this other nonsense, man. And there's too much going on in the world. But our people too busy into playing games and partying all the time. It says Matthew 24 and 7, but here's another one of the points. For nation shall rise against nation, and kingdom against kingdom, and there shall be famines and pestilence and earthquakes in diverse places. All these are the beginning of sorrows. And as we see nation against nation, but I'm going to jump down. But this Matthew 24:12, and because iniquity shall abound, the love of many shall wax cold. Because of sin is just straight wickedness is everywhere. And it's getting to a real high point. So now you seeing nothing but death. You seeing people not caring. You seeing people waxing cold. We were speaking on this at the camp the other day, about the waxing cold, mothers killing their kids, kids killing their parents. You seeing people just not caring. The least little thing will set somebody off and then you dead, stepping on somebody's shoes and bumping into somebody and all this other nonsense. But now you see what's happening overseas. You see what's happening in these other countries. You see what's happening in these other states. This dude stabbed 3 Texas police officers. When has that ever happened, man? You'll never hear people really doing anything toward police officers or cops. You got a CEO that just got shot. You have never in your life heard of somebody in broad, right there in front of people, even whether it was at night, just step out and shoot somebody. Things like that normally don't happen. And if they do, it's on up. It's just niggas doing nigga shit. But now all of a sudden you got people that don't care, man. And that's just the facts. That's just the truth. The love of many is waxing cold, but hey, these prophecies are popping off the pages, man. Nation against nation, kingdom against kingdom. These Edomites are hating each other, which is the other thing. I was going to go to this one. Let me go to Isaiah quick, and then I'm going to go and skip to the other scripture I want to grab. But this is Isaiah 19:1. The burden of Egypt. Behold, the Lord rideth upon a swift cloud, and shall come into Egypt, and the idols of Egypt shall be moved at his presence, and the heart of Egypt shall melt in the midst of it. And that cloud is going to be a chariot. And when it's talking about Egypt, it's talking about modern day America. Babylon the Great, aka America. This is spiritual Egypt. When it says Egypt, it's not talking about Egypt in the past. It's talking about spiritual Egypt right now. Which, if you look at Revelations chapter 11, I think it's verse 8. It says this is in that place spiritual Sodom and Egypt, and it's talking about America. Matter of fact, I'll get it in a minute. But it says the idols and stuff that'll be burnt out of. What's those idols? Because when you go back to ancient times, Egypt was heavy on idol worshiping, and not only that, it was our captivity. Same way with America, it's spiritual Egypt. It's heavy on the idol worship, and it's real heavy on idol worship. But what's another important thing? The most important factor. We in bondage here. We in slavery here. On a heavier price. It says Isaiah 19:2, and I will set Egyptian against Egyptian, and they shall fight everyone against his brother, and everyone against his neighbor, city against city, and kingdom against kingdom. And that's what you're seeing a great deal of too. It's not just the uproars of the people. It's not just the stabbing of these cops and everything. The love of many waxing cold. You're seeing a lot of these Edomites and a lot of these people against each other. Especially here in America, aka Babylon the Great. And it's just going to turn up even more and more and more and more. But with that, man, let me sit up here and go to Second Esdras. What is it? Second Esdras. Second Esdras 15 and 14. It says, woe to the world and them that dwell therein. For the sword and their destruction draweth nigh, and one people shall stand up and fight against another, and swords in their hands. Woe to the world. Woe means destruction, and you seeing part of this happening in a lot of other places on a smaller scale. But how much more when it gets real, real bad, especially in this country, man. See, America, man, hasn't tasted the destruction and all the hell that's going on in these other countries yet. It's about to happen. It's about to happen. It's just whatever needs to happen, whatever these elites need to bring about for all this chaos to really come, it's going to happen. The Trump thing, with the election, if he make it to the election, you got this war, going on with Ukraine, Russia, So you have many things that can sit up here and lead up to them bringing into this, that chaos coming, and then bringing that solution. Now what it is, I don't know. We don't know, but we looking at the signs, And matter of fact, man, before I even, I'll read this out. Here it is. Let me go and read this out, and then I'll skip to the other one. This Second Esdras 15 and 15. For sword and their destruction draw nigh, and one people shall stand up and fight against another, and swords in their hands. And you see it a lot in these other countries. It's about to come here pretty soon, man. That Egyptian against Egyptian. For there shall be sedition among men and invading one another. They shall not regard their kings nor princes, and the course of their actions shall stand in the power. And what I read those articles earlier, this dude stabbing 3 police officers. This dude shooting the CEO in the back of the head. Those rebels taking over Damascus over in Syria, in Syria. You know, you seeing a lot of just people not giving a damn about authority figures no more. They don't care. And guess what? It's going to get worse and worse and worse and worse. A man shall desire to go into a city and shall not be able. You know, that's going to be that martial law. For because of their pride, the city shall be troubled, the house shall be destroyed, and men shall be afraid. A man shall have no pity upon his neighbor, but shall destroy their houses with the sword and spoil their goods because of lack of bread and for great tribulations. And this is these are things that we're seeing on a small scale in these countries, on a large scale in some of these other countries. Because some of these other countries are just full blown out chaos. But it hasn't happened here. And we seeing these things pick up and pick up and pick up and pick up and pick up as time goes on. You know, people in this country too much lax, too much relaxed, too comfortable. And that comfortableness is going to sit up here and lead to your destruction. That comfortableness is going to sit up here and lead to you being not protected in the days ahead. I'm talking about for you so-called Black, Latinos, and Native Americans. Because your mind is too much on this country thinking everything is going to be great and good. You know? And a lot of y'all about to be destroyed with this place, man. You put your trust in this place, man. A lot of y'all going to be destroyed with it. Let me sit up here and go... Second Esdras in 9, because this was a point I wanted to make. He answered me then and said, measure thou the time diligently in itself. And when thou seest part of the signs past, which I have told thee before, then shalt thou understand that it is the very same time wherein the highest will begin to visit the world which he made. Therefore, when that shall be seen, earthquakes and uproars of the people in the world, then shalt thou well understand that the Most High spake of those things from the days that were before thee, even from the beginning. And all these things are prophesied in the scriptures. Way before... The Heavenly Father already had the blueprint. Everything was already decided before the earth was formed. How everything was going to go. You know, all this stuff was prophesied, point blank period, about what was going to happen. The uproars of the people. These are the signs that's letting us know that the end is very, very close. And people are not paying attention to these signs. Oh yeah, you got Esau, Edom that's going to pay attention to these signs. You got some of those southern rednecks who's paying attention to these signs, man. Because they see their world, they see their country falling apart. And now that's going to be that Egyptian against Egyptian. You know, the only people that ain't paying attention to the signs are so-called Blacks, Latinos, and Native Americans. Because you're too much into other bullshit and folly. Everything is a game. Everything is a joke. But you ignoring every sign. Brothers out there on the highways and byways putting up lessons, putting up videos, and people are just ignoring them. Your destruction is coming. Point blank period. Because you're bullshitting and playing around. Destruction is coming, you know. It says, then shalt thou well understand. This is 2 Esdras 9 and 4. Then shalt thou well understand that the Most High spake of those things from the days that were before thee, even from the beginning. And there you go. Spake of, times are coming. Things is about to get really, really rough out here. And people are about to sit up here and feel that pain, man. Feel that pain. Because motherfuckers ain't getting it through their mind, man. That the days ahead is about to be rough. It's about to be terrible. People playing around, ain't paying attention, you know. That shit gonna come as a thief in the night and your ass gonna be swept up. As a matter of fact, you know what? I'm gonna go back to Matthew because this is what's gonna do. And I'll go here. This is Matthew chapter 24. And here it is. Matthew chapter 24 and verse 36. But of that day and hour no man knoweth, no, not even the angels of heaven, but my Father only. But as the days of Noah were, so shall also the coming of the Son of Man be. For as in the days that were before the flood, they were eating and drinking, marrying and giving into marriage, until the day that Noah entered into the ark, and knew not until the flood came and took them all away. So shall also the coming of the Son of Man be. And that's the thing I've been trying to sit up here and say. Our people ain't paying attention. They don't care. They too busy partying and playing around. All this shit happening around the world, and you ain't sitting up here taking the time to sit up here and look and see. Even on a carnal goddamn level, our people don't pay attention to shit. Just playing around. Hoping Trump comes in and save the goddamn day. You know, want to put their trust in this goddamn place, man. Fucking death, man. And destruction will be coming for your ass, man. Because you putting your trust in Egypt. You putting your trust in these damn devils instead of putting your trust in the Lord. This place is through. And motherfuckers stupid. You know, hey, I'm just going to grab this real quick and I'll end it. I think it's Jeremiah 17. Here it is. Jeremiah 17:5. Thus said the Lord thy power, cursed be the man that trusted in man and maketh his flesh arms, and whose heart departed from the Lord. Hey, cursed be the man. Fucking death and destruction to your sorry ass. Since you want to trust in this place so much like our people, fucking fuck you. And may you die horribly. You know? People putting too much trust. Our people put this trust in these devils and sit up here. You can't even listen to the man out there on the highways and byways trying to tell you the good news and tell you about salvation. You put too much trust in them, what this white man say. Can't even listen to your own people. So fuck you. And with that, I'd like to give all praises, glory, and honor to Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai, Bahashem Rakakwadash. Double honors to those elders and apostles out there from Great Millstone who teach and rule well. A lot of respect to you brothers out there on the highways and byways preaching this truth around the four corners of the earth. And salutations to the hopeful elect that you guys may be sealed soon. And with that, I always say stay up, brother. Stay prayed up, brothers. Pray for each other because we're almost up out of here. So with that, I like to say Kwame Yasharella and Abba Ball and Anya Habatham. Shalom.